I hope that means everything works correctly, so let me get organized. Hello, hello. I can see one person watching. This is a great start. Yay! I think everything goes right. We have 2-3 people watching. That's great. So I guess we are getting into the right connection. So we are going to start in about 10 minutes. If you want to get your cup of tea or coffee or get yourself organized, this is the right time. And we are going to do our special VIP live stream tonight. Hello, Vasilis. How are you? Otwórz troszkę drzwi.
Nie, bo tak myślałem, że może ten. Okej, żeby sprzęgnąć, bo wiesz, bo to się wychłodzi.
No właśnie chcę, żebyś trochę wychodził, okay, zamknąć. Hello. Hello, hello. I can see one person watching. This is a great start. I'm just getting ready, so I will put the things in the kind of order. I have some plan. So I started a bit of the things in advance, but not too much. I only painted the reindeer and I added the wings, because this is the biggest challenge and I didn't want to lose the time with you here. So you will be able to do some like much more entertaining stuff than me gluing down the wings. So maybe 5 more minutes and we are going to start. I can chat to you for a moment. I have to put my hot glue gun into a little bit safer position. Trying to make more space. can see you are coming. I'm helping Liliana because she's getting some difficulties with logging in. Sorry guys, one of us got a little bit confused with the system, so we are going to start in about 1 minute. I think she's getting there. And we are going to work on the project that is going to hopefully give you some lovely inspiration. So I'm just checking on her, and in the meantime I will chat to you a little bit. Good evening and welcome to the studio. It's great to see you here, and I hope you are going to have a nice time, and we are going to create and chat. Today I tried to follow your advice to make some unusual Christmas decoration. Many of people in the group, you suggested you would like to see something Christmas-like or some kind of winter project with a twist. So I was thinking we can combine the steampunk and winter topic into one. And I started shopping to find some cool things to alter. And I got things which are kind of easy to get. So hopefully you will be inspired and you can use similar ideas in the future. So first of all, I got a reindeer. This is probably not really a reindeer. This is a stag. I think it's a deer. And I got 4 of the reindeers. And it was like multi-pack. And I was showing you, this is very cheap plastic reindeer. I got it on British Amazon. I think it was like 4 reindeers for €10, so it's like not too expensive. It's plastic, but this way it is going to be no no harm and no tears when you're going to paint it. It's just going to be perfect size to fit inside of the glass dome as well. So that is the second part of the project. This is the bottom of the glass dome. I bought that in IKEA. This is the bigger glass dome that you could get in IKEA, but now I think they're getting quite popular, so you can get them in many places. And I got 1, 2, 3, like 3 of the big ones or 4 of the smaller ones, so I use them for the display at home, and I didn't really make any winter project yet. So I was trying to find a deer that is going to fit inside of the dome, and I will be able to add some lights and some cool decorations. So this special animal is going to be in really nice surroundings. Okay, yeah, Liliana is here, perfect. I can switch off my computer now. And we're going to create the surroundings for the reindeer. I will give you some ideas what you can do. Are going to add a bit of the twist to the dome as well. And of course, we're going to make steampunk reindeer. And hopefully all that together is going to be fun and enjoyable. And I want to thank you all for supporting me and coming today to cheer me up a little bit and keep me busy while creating. So we've got, I think, most of the VIP patrons and art buddies already on board, and that is going to be perfect start. I'll switch off my computer so this is not sucking out the internet out of the system. And we can go. I've got my company here just to show you this. This is my other beagle Pepper, the diabetic one. She's here next to the stove, and I try not to put my foot on her while she is roasting in front of the fire. So she's keeping us company now, and she feels a little bit lonely, but she is very, very brave little one. Like, she is very gentle soul and personality. Poor thing. She can't really see anymore because of the diabetes. She lost her sight, but she's very lovable, and now she's so warm because she absorbed so much of the heat from the fire. So this little one needs some company, I guess. We have to look for another dog in the close future, so she won't be so lonely. The cats are not really the best company for the dog. So she's here. Just wanted to show you because she is just right at my feet, and I'm going to start making some space on the table. And before, I just want to show you what I did. It's hard to do the video when something is so dimensional, but I wanted to make this glass dome to look a little bit more steampunk. So I already glued, using my heavy body gel and clear gesso, a little bit of the stuff on the top. I will explain everything. Yeah, well, she is fine but lonely. As you can see that it is sad for her. She usually had company through the day, and we're at home, but it's not the same. Don't send me the gift puppy. It could be a problem to send it. So this is glass. So because I want to also add some snow on the top, it's not a problem that the glue is visible now. We're going to start with this part. So what I did before, so we don't have to wait, I took one of the trinkets that had quite nice shape, and then the other one that looks like a handle, and I painted the top of the dome with a bit of the clear gesso. So that's why it looks so frosty. And this clear gesso, there's also the gesso in the jar, doesn't matter. This clear gesso made that surface of the glass matte, so it is going to be easier to glue the stuff on the top and also to add the snowflake paste on the top. So this is the step I did already, so you don't have to wait for that part to dry. And I would not pull it yet. I would just wait maybe until tomorrow. But now it is dry enough so we can apply the snow paste. So the top of the dome is going to have like a little of the snow cap and a little handle so you can pull it up if you want to. This is the part of the idea here. And we are going to add the paste now together. So let me just move the camera. Hopefully you can see it. This dome could be, of course, any dome that you can get somewhere on eBay or on Amazon or in glass, or home decor shops. They're quite popular now. These are really directly from IKEA. That was not expensive, and I got selection of sizes when they were available, thinking they are going to be used in the future. So this is one of the projects that I made in them. I have 2 or 3 with the special steampunk starfish or seashells already. So this is how I use them for my display. So now, before we're going to go inside of the dome, we can do the decoration of the top, and I'm going to use the snowflake paste. I was explaining in the previous videos when we were showing the new product what is the difference between snowflake and the crushed ice. So this one is much whiter, so it really is imitation of the snow. So now I can just dab it around, so I will create the look, and maybe I can even add some extra glitter, so it's going to look more sparkly. I will maybe take the dabbing brush, it will be better. Yes, Vasilis, it is very difficult time, and of course you expect things to happen when you have older animals, and things may go wrong. Remember, I told you this is going to be probably her last winter, and we were aware that she may get some kind of infection, but it got really quickly. So I'm sad. I'm really sad, and I'm sure everybody would be the same in the situation like that. We feel our animals are part of the family, so that's why it is so serious for us. So of course not everybody will be feeling the same, and it's okay. Like, people have different perspective on animals, on how they treat them, how they feel about them. We always loved animals, me and my husband, so our life is full of animals. You remember even the story about the hedgehog I was sharing not so long ago. Hedgehog is sleeping now in the garden, and we have cats, we have dogs. So in a way, we are happy that we can live surrounded by animals. But on the other hand, when it's the time to say goodbye, it is very, very sad. So look what I'm trying to do. I'm adding the paste by dabbing. So it really looks like there's delicate layer of snow on the top. Of course, it's really up to personal preference how much you would like to add. I try to make it this way, that there's more snow closer to the middle and a little bit less of the snow on the outside. I'm trying not to make it dirty. And after drying, this is going to get a little bit transparent. So if I will need to add extra to apply a little bit more of the snow, I will see it. So I think it's better in the cases like that to do it in 2 steps, so you can really see how much of the product you have, and then it dries quicker. And then in the second step, you can just adjust and reapply on the top. It already looks quite cool, to be honest, because we have like a little snow cup on the top, quite cute, and I think you can see the glitter in it as well. There's kind of iridescent glitter, so now I will put it closer to the stove so it will dry, and then I will be able to apply more in the selected places. So this is how it goes. Yeah, Carmen, this is just life. Yeah. So this is the sad part. My husband said something very truthful. When we get an animal, we also get kind of a credit, the credit of love and the credit of happiness. And then when they go away, we have to pay the price. So that is what is happening now. We are very lonely. Okay, I should change the topic because I will cry. So let's focus on the snow. That is not a bad start, I think. It's really sparkly and nice, so I will put it into the drying time, and then we can do things inside of the dome. I have some lovely trees, and I've got the reindeer we have to decorate. Okay, I put it next to the fireplace, so it's going to dry. I try to keep the brush in the water so it will be fresh. And now let's look at the bottom of the dome. Of course, we want to create steampunk winter wonderland. So if our reindeer is going to be the main character of the story, yes, that is a very good question. This is the same snow paste, not the new one. No, crushed ice is the second paste. I will show you the difference. This is the crushed ice, the new one, and this is very transparent. And this is snowflake paste. You can see it's much whiter. So I use that one because I want really the effect like the snow was on the top of the dome, right? And when you open that one, you can see it has like, maybe on my finger you're going to see it. It has a bit of the texture, right? That is snowflake paste. And the snowflake paste is going to dry with the white color in it. And then to compare, right, in this one, crushed ice is completely transparent. You can even see on my finger it is transparent with a bit of glitter and the texture of the delicate beads in it. So it's going to create like a glazy effect. It's really like snow and ice, two different things, right? Ice is usually transparent and has a bit of texture, and snow is white and has more of the delicate texture. Yeah, snowflake is opaque. That is, Terry said exactly the difference. So for the winter project, it's going to, when you want to, for example, make a little house with the snow on the top, this is going to probably look better, the snowflake paste. While where you're trying to make these decorations, kind of icicle effect, like the glazy glazy ice effect, then you are going to try the new one because this is going to dry completely transparent with this really nice texture, okay? These small beads inside, they add the really lovely texture to it. So because the reindeer is going, yeah, you said quite regal looking, yeah. I think he's quite handsome. I think he is. I painted the reindeer black, or the deer black, to help myself with the coloring later. I'm planning to use some of the dark waxes on the top and to prepare the surface to stick the wings. Because usually cheap plastic like that, it is going to be hard to work on. This prepared my surface to make it matte and nice. And then I used 2 pairs of wings to give it like this extra magical look. And as I did it in the past, I was showing you that, I just attach it quickly with the heat gun. And then I put a very generous amount of the heavy body gel to attach them to the body and of the deer, and I let it dry. So now I can put other embellishments on it without waiting too long, right? So this is going to help us a bit. What I think we need to do here for our reindeer, it would be nice if the deer was on the snow. So I will start with the coat of gesso on the top of this wooden panel. This way it is going to be nice, and we will start decorating and adding the elements. So of course this is going to be a bit of imitation of the snow. We are going to use the snowflake paste again on the bottom of the dome. So it's going to be our special winter wonderland forest. And this way it's going to look more natural and fun. And of course, because I was planning to do some projects with the Christmas or winter theme, I also got some Christmas trees, but they are ugly. Oh my God, they are so ugly. And that means I will need to change the color of them, to be honest. So I already tested some solutions, and I will show you the good solutions in case if you have ugly Christmas trees as well. And this is going to be a bit of construction, of course, because we have to turn our reindeer into quite magical steampunk creature. but also we would like to give him some nice surroundings. Yeah, they are. Yeah, the Christmas trees are ugly, but again, it was cheap. I could buy a box of many little Christmas trees again for like few euro. So you know, we are crafty people. We can make things beautiful if we want. So I will do the same thing. I will put a layer of the snowflake paste with the dabbing brush on the top, and I will let it dry so we can stick elements on the top of it later. So now once we have the snowflake paste drying, we can take care of the reindeer and the ugly Christmas trees and pine trees, whatever you want to call them. Again, I will just let it dry and have a look. Remember to clean the edge because the glass dome has to come back into the right position. So this is going to be important to keep it nice and clean. So I'm trying not to forget that part. And that is our starting point as well. Of course, this product you can dry with the heat gun and it's going to help. So I'm going to just give it a good start and then we can focus on the cooler stuff. What is HBG? Lori. Oh, you can see it's drying already and it's getting a little bit more sparkly. I think I'm not smart enough to know what is HBG. You have to tell me. Okay, the snowflake paste is drying slowly. So let's look at the option. Heavy body gel. Jesus. Okay, that was not professional on my side. Yes, the snowflake paste is sticky enough, especially I put it mostly in the part where there was clear gesso anyway. So I was planning, remember I was showing you there was this part. It's drying so you can see. It's dry here, right? I still have to wait to make it dry in the place where it's more fluffy. So I had that part painted with the clear gesso. So for my, you know, safety, for my own way of making sure things will stay in place. You can see inside. Yeah, there's no difference. I added the gesso under it, but it's sticky enough to stay as a decoration. I would probably not be recommending to touch it a lot and rub it with my fingers. I know, like, what is HBG? What is she referring to? That has to be something. Oh dear. So you can see here, I'm even rubbing it with my finger and it is coming off because it's half dry, right? So it is, sorry, half wet. So it is better to prepare that space with a bit of the gesso if you can. Hopefully if it's going to be on the glass one, you will have clear gesso and this way it's not going to be visible. But in the worst case, if you're working on the snow, white gesso would also do the job. Okay, I think it is, in my opinion, it is going to be enough. Of course, you have to dry it completely. So I would not try to check it too early. I will wait until tomorrow and then I will see. But you know, once I'm touching it, I can feel this is sticking nicely. But gesso is always a good solution. Okay, so we have the bottom and the top ready. Now let's look at our mighty reindeer and our ugly Christmas trees, okay? So, of course there will be some mechanical things happening in this magical steampunk forest as well, but the main character it's going to be our magical reindeer. No, I'm not going to use the I will have to just let it stay, or I would have to stick it with the heavy body gel. There's no way snowflake paste is going to hold it. Okay, so I got a box of the Christmas trees. Okay, and I didn't really like the color because they look very artificial. It was really cheap and there are different sizes. So I started to experiment. What can I do to make them look more natural, right? This is much better color, I think, to the original one, which is almost blue. So this one is much more natural color looking. So I used my liquid acrylics with the spray, but also with the brush, and then I add the gesso on the top. Well, I was trying to fluff them a little bit, and I'm trying. So we are going to change the color of it. But I think this color looks much more natural. And I'm sure you can use sprays, but also alcohol inks. I know Tim Holtz had embellishments like Christmas trees in his range before, and they were almost white, so you could easily color them. Yeah, they look turquoise blue on your screen. In my opinion, they look like emerald green. And that looks like the cheap Christmas trees we were buying in the 80s. And they were very artificial looking. So this is the plan. We are going to create maybe 2 more trees. So the reindeer will have nice surroundings. And it's going to fit into the dome, of course, right? So I will try to make them in different sizes. The small ones are really cute. So it's going to be like a baby Christmas tree. And that is going to be a nice solution. So first of all, I was thinking about adding special touches to the reindeer, and I found some of the cogs and some of the elements that would fit on the top. And as always, I try to think about options and ideas, and we can create quite nice look on the wings. And there's nice perpetual stuff. I know what you mean. You know what I mean. The thing from the aeroplane. And I'm going to use these items to decorate the reindeer. My first idea was to add like a special decoration on the antlers. So I will have this little lotus flower, and here I even added the little cog with the star that is going to go on the top of the antlers as well. So again, carefully, I'm going to add a bit of the hot glue on the top where the lotus flowers are going to go, right? And then of course I will use heavy body gel to secure it. And I'm going to use the heavy body gel to attach this special star and the cog on the top of the head. So it is going to be great start. Then of course I would like to decorate our wings, so there is going to be more of the fun. But before, I would put a bit of the extra bolts inside of the lotus flowers, so it really has some special look. I know this is a hard word to pronounce. How do you see a spinny thingy? Thank you, Carmen. Thank you. How you should really pronounce it? How was the word? Perpetual? Oh, perpetual. You know, the aeroplanes have that. Old school aeroplanes have that thing. Spinny thingy. Okay, in fact, this embellishment is one of the old Prima sets. There was a set where there were two of these spinny thingies. Propeller. Oh, that's nicer. Propeller. Shish. My English is sometimes really funny. Okay, let's have a look. Well, now it looks much more steampunk-like. Ah, where are you going? No, stay here. Stay here. We're going to decorate you properly. You can see this is not too pretty in here, but it's okay. And now, of course, for the wings, we need to have some smaller size element. Spinny thingy. Thank you. Yeah. That looks like old style faucet. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense as well. This is an old, well, beautiful size of the light bulb, and I was thinking if I am able to put it somewhere on the deer, but so far the best position I found is here, and it's not too pleasing. So I will think about it. Maybe I'm able to put it somewhere on the top, but it's a little bit challenging. So now we're going to do the decoration of the wings. And yeah, the double wings, I think, look more magical. I'm just going to put it on the top of the paper. Right. And so far, the best solutions for these projects I get from the set where they are these steampunk cogs, and because they are very small ones as well, like these are medium size, and then they're really, really small ones, and that means you can add tiny bits and pieces on the top of your embellishments, and they're quite flat, and they're comparable to the smallest pieces from my Mechanica mold. Okay, this set is one of the best ones I did in the last 2 years, I think, because it's so versatile, and we really have a lot of small elements in it. And of course, because we're going to paint, we don't really have to worry about the colors. So I was thinking about using these faucet elements on the top of the wings, and then to add some extra cogs around, so it looks like our reindeer has a bit of the steampunk character. So this is going to look quite nice, I think. And then we can find 1 or 2 extra cogs which are going to add more of the touches to it. Like, you know, as always, imagination is the limit. You can find the best solutions for you, and it's good to have options. And I could see some of you started to do the basket challenge already. Today's basket is a little bit bigger. I wanted to have options to add extra touches to the composition, but in general, I was trying to shop for the composition for the reindeer before, so I don't have to worry, and I have the right sizes just in front of me once I need it. Okay, so I will be looking forward, Terry. I know it's going to be something really beautiful. Again, remember to clean it off. I think that size really works nicely with this animal, and it's just good luck as well that they are usually in pairs. So they, in one packaging, you will have 2 of the small cogs like that. You will have 2 of the small ones like this as well, and also the one from here. I really would like to add this one somewhere in a moment, and I have something special for the back. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I can add, and I think I really want some leaves to make this creature even more magical. There's this set of leaves which is a combination of the oak and more traditional leaves as well, and that is a really nice touch you can add to your project. So I'm planning to use that together with these wings as well. Yeah, that's what I think, because it is winter wood with the steampunk touches. We're going to create extra elements and add more of the character to the story. You know, it's a pleasure to create with you. Like, you are the best cheerleaders. Look what I'm doing now, just to make sure the gel is going to hold everything in place. One thing just came off. I'm adding like extra blob of gel on the top of the leaves to make sure it's going to stick in here. And then this one came off because it's my bad luck. I was not careful enough. I should dry it first. Cleaning off the excess. Maybe... Oh, that is in fact a good idea. We're going to add even more of the leaves now. And then I'm not going to take a chance. I will just dry it with the heat gun. What do you think? That is pretty, I think. Of course, I lost the little part. I'm going to use another one. I'm going to use the big bolt. So now the heat gun, before we are going to move on the other side. So this is going to stay better. I have more of these leaves. They come in a selection of sizes in one packaging, which is really nice. Sometimes if you're lucky, you're able to find the cogs that you can attach to the legs of the animal as well. But honestly, I really like his little hooves, and I don't really want to hide it under the wheels. I really prefer to focus on the body and adding some special winter embellishments to the body of the reindeer instead of going on the legs. The legs are quite delicate and will be a lot of very patient gluing, so I don't think it is worth it. It's going to take attention of the main important things, so I will keep it as it is with those special double wings and a lot of mechanical parts. Let's see how it is. Yeah, this one needs a little bit more of love, but almost there. This one is very hot. And let's look for the options on the other side. We have this one and this one for the top. Now I can look for, oh, maybe this one. And I really wanted to put a bit of the stars on him as well, like, you know, a star on his cute little butt, and maybe a special star on the top of the forehead, because that would make it even more Christmas-like. I think I need one more leaf. Perfect. Almost there. Well, I want it to be brown with silver, so it's going to be really winter-like, but with the steampunk touches. So we have a lot of options with the coloring, of course. Let's work on this side. I'm going to start with the leaf, maybe just one because it's bigger. We'll see. Yeah, one is going to be enough. And then cleaning off the gel, taking that in the right place. And the top. Ta-da-ram-tum, ta-da-ram-tum. How are you doing? How is the weather in the place you are? Is it getting cold, like winter is coming, or completely not, and we are just the only ones here in Europe getting the whole hit? Three hurricanes passing nearby. Oh wow. And cold in Netherlands. Ugh. Frosty. Ugh. Yeah, it is getting frosty in Ireland as well. So I think we get some cold air coming from somewhere. Not very usual weather for, to be honest, at least for us. But I was talking with my parents yesterday. They are in Poland, of course, and they are still in the summer house because they don't want to come back to the big city, because if they don't have to. And they said the first snow just came, and it wasn't much, but it was something. But it was visible. So they are really looking forward to getting the firewood delivery, because they are afraid it's going to get cold in the nights. And Poland in the winter time in the night may be really freezing cold. So I know they decided to stay in the summer house because it's safer for them to be away from the the big group of people, and they are both, of course, older, and they don't have the best health, because my dad has diabetes and my mom has heart problems, but they look quite happy where they are. They don't miss the friends, so I guess it is okay. They call our family almost every day anyway. Okay, warming up in Maryland. Lucky you. We are not getting too much of the warm weather anymore. You know, I quite like it. I will dry this guy and we will put the stars on and we can start painting. Oh yeah, even in Greece it's time for heating already. See, this is the thing. It's winter. It's really winter. I think it's a part of the Christmas tree. Okay. I'm giving them the chance to dry properly. And I will look for the container with the small stars. I was thinking maybe I can add the tiny cogs I have. These are from the pocket watches, but I don't, maybe one on each side. But I really think for the winter time, we need the stars. And this is like the most important element. Well, in Miami, the weather is nice. Yeah, I guess. Oh, Lily, how cold is cold for you in Miami? Because I somehow believe this is not going to be comparable to what we consider to be cold. I will try to put it here to see how. Too big. I need a smaller one. His forehead is not so big, surprisingly, so I have to find really small star to put on his forehead. Yeah, I guess this is the right size. Now, let's put it in the nice position and clean it properly. Yeah, it's going to be quite handsome. 60, too cold. I know, Oriana, 24 for you is cold. I I was thinking 24 in Poland is a pleasant time when you can go out with your short sleeves and short dress, and it's really, really nice. And then when I came to Ireland, I realized 24 for them is scorching hot. So everything changes the perspective depending where you are. I can see people in 15 degrees and wearing short trousers. So, wow. Hello, Nunu. No worries. We are having fun and we are altering the reindeer, talking about the winter coming. So you didn't miss anything super important. I was using snowflake paste to prepare the dome. And I will show you that in a moment, okay? We are happy you're joining us. You wear a coat at 20. Oh my God, girl. 20? You would see me in the summer dress in 20. So we added those little stars on the bum of the deer. Quite cool, I think. I'm going to add those little cogs I found, the pocket watch cogs, on the top of the wing. That is cool, I think. And then we repeat similar option on the other side and we dry it completely. In the meantime, when it is drying, we can make our Christmas trees a little bit more presentable. Okay, now. Yeah, I don't like to be too hot or too cold as well. I'm completely with Terry. That is what I like. But after the whole year staying here, and I would love to go to the beach and I mean warm beach. Because I had a dip in the ocean this year, but it was Atlantic Ocean and it was very cold. It was an experience though. You have to do it in your life, I guess. And I did it and I was brave and I'm proud I did it. But believe me, it was chilly. But this is what we do here. Come on, more gel. Okay, so the final reindeer assessment. We're checking, is there anything else we would like to add? Like maybe something here. No. Maybe a star, but a different kind of star. No, this is not much. It's rounded in at the front. So no, too much. It's too big. And I think it's quite nice as it is. So I will stop here. And I will show you the thing that I prepared for the top of it. Like there's a little hole and I will be able to add this mechanical part on the top of the back of the deer as well. This is something similar to what we did in the past when I was altering the horse. There was a space where I could put the winding key. And today I found this really cool cog having this longer metal stick. And it's going to go directly in the back of the reindeer. So let's dry it. Both oceans 45 minutes apart. Oh, I think Panama is getting on my wish list. Yes, being on the beach is really special. Well, I remember Santorini and that was very hot, but I enjoyed it because it was a special place to visit. We were doing a lot of sightseeing and we were resting, as well near the pool. Yeah, Panama sounds great. 45 minutes to ocean and then 45 minutes to the other ocean. That sounds like a place to go. So you can see both oceans on the same day, easily. Okay, I think he is handsome. What do you think? Before I'm going to put him into drying, I wanted to check if he's in balance. You know why? Because we added so much on both sides. I was afraid that maybe it's going to lose the balance. Now it is okay. Good news. So now, the Mr. Reindeer goes to the drying place. And we are going to check our dome and maybe reapply the snowflake paste. Yeah, I will do a tiny bit more of the snowflake paste. Oh, see, this was sticking here. Don't stick. Okay, and then we can add a little bit more snow on the bottom of our dome as well. So just in case, if you just came now, under the snowflake paste on the top of the dome, there was tiny bit of the clear gesso to make the sticking easier. And I used my heavy body gel to attach this handle. And then I also added a bit of that snowflake paste to create the snow cap on the top. So this is going to be a perfect winter decoration for our home. That looks nice. If you want, now you can sprinkle some extra glitter, right? For example, if you have some extra glitter that would go with this, that is the moment you can just add extra, because it's going to stick on the top of our snowflake paste. So this is going to go for definite drying. And then I'm going to make the second layer of the snowflake paste on the top of the winter forest. And this I'm going to dry with the heat gun just to make sure I can work on the top. And we have to measure how much space we really have, because the reindeer is quite big, so we don't want the poor reindeer to be too cramped into the dome, right? We need some space for the poor creature. Very handsome. Yeah, I think he is. I think he is. Okay, let's have a look if the edge of the dome is clean. Here I did some. Just I have to sand it down later. But we really want to make sure this part is going to be clean, so the dome will go easily on the bottom. I got invitation to Panama and to Mykonos. I can't really make a choice. I have to go to both places, I think. Okay, so I told you we are going to create a bit of the Christmas tree. So I have one ready, but I think we need two more, probably smaller. So from my surprisingly colorful Christmas trees, I'm going to pick the one that is probably like medium size, and then something smaller. They need a bit of styling, to be honest. They are quite smashed and squished, but it should be fine. So what are the easy ways of changing the color? I didn't really use any alcohol inks, and that is the technique that some time ago Tim Holtz was proposing for his little Christmas trees, but they were just neutral colors. Instead of that, I used liquid acrylics, and I used them both with the brush, and I used spray. So now we are going to think about the color options. On this one I used ochre, so the new color. We also have this brown option, and I'm tempted to try a little bit of the tiger orange as well. So here, Art Collective World Tour, that sounds really cool. I think we have to consider that. So I'm going to try to add the color to it easily. Let me get some sprayer with some brown colors. I have some red for some reason. I was sure it was brown. That looks promising. Yeah, this is some kind of yellowy thing. We can easily add ochre to it and it's going to be our color. And this one is dark. So let's see what happens. Grease sounds amazing. Yeah, I know. I will start with a bit of the spraying. Of course, if it's going to spray, because at this point it is just resisting. Yeah, that looks yellow. What is in that bottle? No, not too handsome color. Let's take something else. This one. Yeah, that looks better. And now I will take a brush and I will try to go deeper in that Christmas tree. I'm going to go with the burnt sienna, so the color will get darker. I'm trying to get rid of the most of the green tone. See, it's already happening. I sprayed burnt sienna in the bottle. This is burnt sienna already mixed before. So I'm just doing double burnt sienna here and we will let it dry. And then on the other one, let's try maybe tiger orange. I don't really have the bottle with this color, but I will have one in a moment. Magically, I've got the water. Now this yellow is going to turn into something nicer. I don't know why it was so yellow. Let's go into orange. Yeah, so hopefully this is going to be more rusty Christmas tree. And when you combine this bluish green with the orange one, it turns into more natural looking green tone. And then for the double kick, we're going to do the paint as well in some parts. So this is going to go deeper into the Christmas tree. Yeah, that is much nicer. In the last bottle I've got black, so I want to see what is going to happen with the black. We can try on the smallest ones. Greece is on your bucket list. You will love it. I've been in Greece 2 times for vacation. So one time in Santorini and one time I have no idea where, because it was long ago and I was one of the teachers looking after the teenagers, so I didn't sleep much during that time, so I don't remember too much, honestly. Yeah. And I was teaching classes in Athens as well, and that was huge pleasure to meet wonderful people from Greece and spend some time together. So it is really a beautiful part of the world, full of history, very friendly people, Of course, it is full of tourists as well. But on the other hand, you're able to find more quiet places if you want to. Oh, you were going to Greece this year. Oh, I'm sorry, Liana. I'm adding black to these ones. It's not going to be, happening like this forever. In the future, when things are going to get better, the Greece is going to be there and you're going to visit it, I'm sure. I'm sure. I think Greece is one of these really places that it's worth seeing at least once in your life, because they are, for people in Europe, this is like one of the places that started the European culture. Like, we all have to learn about Greece and about history of the democracy in Greece, and we all learn about Greek myths and stories because they are really very, very old. I know, Lilu. Lily, it is going to get better. It has to. There's no way things are going to be bad all the time. It is crappy at the moment, and for some people it is worse than for others, of course. But in the end, it's going to get better. And I'm sure everything will come together for you nicely as well. I know it's hard at this point, but you are strong as a family and you're going to go through that. And yeah, you're making craft party after COVID in Greece, and we are all coming. So before I'm going to add a bit of the snow on the top, I'm just drying everything so this is not going to blend with gesso. And our beautiful little Christmas trees are almost ready. Yeah, if something is cheap looking and it's maybe not the best quality and you didn't spend too much money on it, you are not afraid to experiment. The same story with the reindeer. It is not that bad, right? So you can now, check what can you do with the ink or with the sprays or with the liquid acrylics. I didn't cover it completely because in fact it looks nice when it has a bit of this green color in it, right? So the same here. It is getting like a little bit orangey, like maybe this tree has a bit of the rust in it, and it's okay. Like, we have different color options depending how they were painted. So tiger orange made it really interesting, and then this is burnt sienna. This was ochre on the top of this green, and here are two with the black color. So now we're going to add the snow. Not too sophisticated technique. And I just take a big brush and we are going to brush the snow on the top. And everything just turns so much better. So we have a bit of this winter wonderland vibe in it already. And they are ready to be glued into our steampunk forest. This is really fun little thing you can put into your winter project, and I'm sure you can find them in the craft stores because Tim Holtz had the range of these ones. But in case if you can't find the Tim Holtz ones, you can just check on Amazon or any other place that would sell things from China, and they would have them in bulk. I think I bought like 36 in one box for just a few pennies. So if it's going to be for playing, repainting and experimenting, even if the color is crappy, it's okay. Easily transformed, really easily. So, you know, they don't have to be perfect. You have the tools at home, I'm sure, that will work. Inks, acrylic paints, gesso, and they are done in few minutes. Yeah? So, why not? So now, we have this space. I'm just going to dry it a little bit. And we will see how much for the decoration we have once we put our reindeer in. Because I have some cogs and I have some really cool things. For example, this big light bulb that I was hoping I can put in the forest as well. And then we can assemble it all together once the reindeer is ready. So it's almost there. And of course we can glue it with the heavy body gel, and we can add the color in the selected places as well. Ta-dum, ta-dum. This is kind of the project that you can do with your kids, or something that you can do with your younger friends if they are not too crafty, or your grandkids, because they can absolutely and totally spray the Christmas trees for you, and they can help you with picking the elements, and then the more challenging parts, this is where you can do the job, right? So this is something that would, in perspective, work really well as a family project. Yeah, the bulb is so cool. So I have no idea where it comes from, but it has a lot of cool elements here. So that is going to go somewhere in there. Okay, deer is going to be painted now. I just have to make sure everything will get covered so we can add our 2 layers of color. Of course, I want to start with the brown color, which will be the natural color of the reindeer, and then we're going to add some magical highlights to it. And I would not be surprised if he got some glitter as well, because it's magical reindeer in the steampunk mood. So, you know. And again, if you had the time to watch the video I made for the magical toy shop challenge, you could see I started in a similar way with the horse, and then I was using Opal Magic mica powders or paints, and I was painting a lot with that. But that's of course one of the options. You can use metallic acrylic paints if you like. You can use the waxes, whatever you have on hand, and also whatever is convenient for you to use. And because I don't plan too much of the painting on the reindeer, I want to keep it quite simple because it's so detailed anyway. I can do that with waxes. So it's going to be metallic, and at the same time it's going to have beautiful details. And then adding some glitter is still going to be okay, because glitter is going to stick to almost anything. You don't have to help too much. And there's also one more reason why I'm using waxes for painting. This is quite small project, so being very detailed with painting is going to be complicated. I am starting with black gesso because it's going to give me a bit of this natural shadow. So it's going to look more natural and alive. And these darker parts, for example, on the belly or on the bum of the reindeer, or in the parts where there are ears, it's going to look like a real animal. And this way, I think it's going to be more charming. I did the same thing at the local car mechanic. I just asked him if it's okay if I will pick up some of the rusty stuff. He looked at me like I was mad. And then he said, yeah, right, just do whatever you like. And it is just the matter of you know, how low you can go to get stuff for your art, how much you are able to sacrifice of your dignity, and how can you explain to people what you are doing. 2 days ago we had the guys coming to our house to clean the chimneys. They discovered they need some extra tools, unfortunately, so they will come back. But when they were looking at my fireplace here, they look at my walls and they were like, oh my god, what is that, and how did you do it? And they were like investigating the collage projects, and they were really amazed that there was so much of the crazy stuff. And this is the fun part, when people discover what you really used for the project, and they think like, oh, this is just rubbish, like we throw it away. And this is not rubbish, this is pure art. Yes, what are you willing to do for your art? I am able to do a lot. People call me crazy, but it's okay. Our neighbors are already informed that they are not supposed to throw away any mechanical stuff without asking, so they know it. They collect the stuff in the boxes or buckets, and sometimes I just get a bucket and they say that once you empty it, just bring it back. Look at this black bad boy. Yeah, it is just a matter of right, PR and making friends with people who are able to accept your craziness. We are all kind of crazy in our ways, so I think it is okay to accept the kind of weird looks from time to time and get the stuff what you want. Okay, let's dry the reindeer, and we're going to look for the dark brown wax to start with, so it's going to get this nice color, and then we're going to work on the more highlights and finishing touches, of course. Yeah, you can always find treasures. Just yesterday, I was posting on my Instagram, one of my ambassadors, Casa, and she's also one of patrons as well. Sorry for that. She sent me a box with vintage findings and some of her beautiful art as well. It was so amazing to unpack. She picked the things carefully, and although this is not her usual style to use the found objects, she had fun just collecting them and thinking about me. So it was it was so lovely to see, and I was so happy, and she really made my day. So sometimes it's just a matter, as you say, Carmen, we suffer for our art. Yes, we do. Okay, this guy seems to be almost ready. I'm looking for the right color of the wax now. Just compare this one to this one. I'm looking for the metallic brown, so Bronze Age would be the best color. Yep, got it. So now I'm going to take the brush because I want to go rather deep with this color. This is going to be like the starting layer, and then we're going to do some more of the magical highlights with the silvers and whites, maybe a little bit of pink on the face. So I have old silver and maybe a bit of rose gold for the face and the nose. That would be pretty. Or maybe burgundy would be better. We'll see. Okay. My fingers are very dirty. but it's okay. I'm looking for the clean palette here. Hello, mister. You're going to get into proper color now. Oh, he's so cute. See, this is what I mean. I'm not going to go too deep, so there will be a chance to create this natural shadow on the belly or in between the legs and so on. I'm not touching the antlers because they should be lighter color anyway. They're usually gray or quite light brown. Stay there. Oh, this one. Stay. I have to be more careful here. I will glue you later anyway. So you can stop resisting. So this is not really about being super perfect. It's more about adding the color in all the places that need it. There's one place that I missed with this black gesso and it's completely annoying. Oh, shish. Yeah, now, quick drying. I will try to take smaller brush so I can get a bit deeper into the hard to reach places. This is too chunky and I can't move it properly, so it's fine. Where is the wax? I guess I put it back. Did I? Really? Here. Ta-dum, 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 ta-dum. Now, we're going to work on the highlights and I'm going to start with the silver and see what happens. So, first of all, the antlers are going to get nicely silver. just beautiful. So pretty. And now, before we are going to make some rusty touches on it, we can do the highlights on the important parts in here. So now it's turning more into winter topic, winter Wonderland, and we can see the mechanical part of this reindeer better. So we get the stars and the feathers and the oak leaves and the tail maybe. And the nose. Of course, you can study and check exactly how the coloring on the real reindeer would be. But I think in the magical winter Wonderland, this is going to do quite a good job for us. Yeah, the tail, the ears, the nose. That is really cool. And now maybe a little bit more on the hooves as well. So it has those lovely white feet. I don't really like Christmas decorations, to be honest, but I just keep pretending this is not Christmas, right? I'm doing the job. So what is nice about this this reindeer, it has the texture. It was cheap plastic, so it was hard to see. But now, when we are adding the metallic, you can see the fur of the animal. And I think this is one of the lovely advantages of some of the very cheap toys, because they already have some details. So now I'm going to clean my fingers so I won't put too much of the silver. Yeah, it looks like cast bronze, exactly. And now we want to do the feeling that this is having like more of the alive touches. So we will be able to do some of the rusty touch as well. Oh, look at my finger, it's peeling off. Okay, I wanted to make his nose a little bit pink. That would be cute. So I will try. Let's see what happens, okay? This is the burgundy color. Oh, cute. So it's got this pink mouth. Okay, so before I'm going to add the rust, because we will be able to do it also on the potentially other embellishments in the forest, I would just measure now how much space we have. So how many elements I can fit around my deer in the composition. So this is like a challenge now, how much we can fit. It is amazing transformation what you can do with plastic thingy. Really not too beautiful. Even adding some glitter on it would help, just by using the waxes, right? So this is a very simple technique, nothing too fancy, but it's not about how simple it is. It's about the result and how to go to the nice effect easily. So of course, I would paint his eyes black later, so they are very beautiful and sparkly. This would be one of the things. Let's measure, okay? Let's say the deer is going to be here. I'm trying to show you the result, right? Then I will put the tall tree behind. I have to make sure it's going to fit. And then maybe one of the smaller trees in the front. Kind of, okay. And I will try to find, because I don't want to hide too much of the natural beauty of it, right? I think it's going to be maximum, and then we can add some mechanical elements, including our light bulb and so on. This is 4 is maximum. So 2 bigger, 2 smaller. And now to put it in the right place, I will just glue it with the glue gun, and later I will be able to make it more secure with the gel. Okay, that looks promising. I'm not gluing the reindeer inside yet, and I'm wondering, should I really glue it, because it's standing quite safely. So what we have now is landscape like this. Not too bad. You know, you can try different options. When I was getting these trees, they already had some of the, I will try to show you. They already have some kind of gesso on the top. Look at this, how flat it is. So I didn't really put it myself because I was thinking it's going to be enough. And then I just gessoed on the top again. So I think you don't have to. It depends what you are getting. This was already gessoed. And from this color, we quite easily got to this color. More natural, like the forest color, right? So I think if you're going to buy the one which is completely bare, like just having the needles, not gesso, then you will need some gesso to start with, because otherwise it's not going to be so pretty. So now we are looking for the machine parts that are going to go in our winter wonderland. I am going to pick the things that we are able to glue in. For example, this light bulb is amazing. I have some of the quite big machine parts. I think are going to look amazing. I'm thinking about adding this flower, and I also have this big machine part. So that kind of looks cool. And just by adding a bit of gesso and paint, it's going to look beautifully rusty. So there's one special thing I got in Germany now. It looks like a big wheel. And I'm thinking if I'm able to add it here in my composition. And I think the answer is yes. And it's going to be beautiful together with some other wheels as well. So I really think this one has to go. Well, this I got from Mirka, from the shop in Germany, from Mit Liebe Selbstgemacht. And these ones, they were just partly somewhere in some machines. So I think for the steampunk themed composition, this would work beautifully. So I'm going to remove the deer, and I'm going to stick this big wheel with the hot glue in the beginning. So it is going to stay in place. And then I'm going to add extras carefully. Luckily, inside of the dome, people are not going to touch it too much. So it is okay. I'm going to stick it to the tree from that side. And then it's going to be secured with the heavy body gel as well. Let's see. Yeah, that fits nicely. And then we can add this big light bulb, hopefully. Maybe in combination with this metal part. Of course, now it is very imperfect. We will have to add more snow on the top, but it's for putting things into the right position. I hope you can. That's the problem, you can only see it from the top. I will try to show you that from the angle in a moment, okay? I still have empty space here, so I can add maybe a flower. Or this mechanical cog, which is really cool. I think. And yeah, this will be too much. This is too big. Trying to find things which are going to fit nicely. Okay, that should be enough for now. Come on, there, reindeer. So we have composition like this from one side, and then composition like this from the other side. Now I will remove the reindeer. And first of all, I'm going to secure all these gels with a bit of the heavy body gel, just in case. How do you expect I'm going to ship something glass made to Greece? Look, I'm putting that for extra protection, right? Just in case if something would happen, this is going to hold it in place. I don't expect anyone to touch it too much. However, things happen sometimes. And we don't want to be the ones who are in trouble. So I'm thinking to put that inside of the rose. So it's always safer if you can add extra. Just don't rely on the on the hot glue only, ever, because it's not going to do the job. It's going to keep it in the place temporary. And here I'm going to be in trouble, I think, because this rose is too close to the edge. Let me check. Okay. Done. It's going to be okay. Oh, yeah, this is one of the things you have to think about when you are doing the composition. So this is not going to be too far on the outside, right? So by accident, you are not going to put the parts of the trees or the mechanical elements outside, because then you can't close the dome anymore, and that would be a big problem. Oh, you have your name day on the 1st of January. It's good to know. I have my name day on 26th of July. Just in case. Okay, trying to see maybe a bit more of the gel on that side. What do you think? Should we add some more? I really like this bobbin. I think the bobbin has to go. In between the trees. Perfect. This is absolutely cute. And then the emoji of the board face. No, you're so sweet. You know, this is the fun part now. We can create the look that we like. Of course, the glitter is going to be an extra touch if you want to make it more look more natural. We can go for a lot of the snowflake paste, because I want to mask the heavy body gel with the snowflake paste, of course, so the reindeer is going to have nicer surroundings. But honestly, it's just creating nice and fun place for this project to be. I need to move you a little bit, just forgive me, because my other phone is dying, so I have to put you into different place where I can plug you in. Okay. So I'm just drying the heavy body gel a little bit, and then we can add a bit of gesso on some of these parts, and then we're going to add touches of rust. We're going to add touches of the rust on the top of the reindeer as well, and then the snow, and it is going to be ready. Like, this is kind of the Christmas project I can accept. It's not too cute, it's not too sweet, and it's not just overly sugared. So hopefully that counts as a Christmas project. I hope it does. Let's take a bit of gesso. how many brushes I already used. I have no idea why I do it. It's always too much. So I'm going to add a bit on here, on that flower, and a bit on the pretending this is, of course, the way it's supposed to be. Now I put it on the side for drying, next to the fireplace again. And now we are going to add the finishing touches to the reindeer. Ah, you never had that. Yes, that's true. Name day is something which is probably unique to only a few countries. We celebrate the name day on the day when in the Roman Catholic calendar, or in Vasilis' situation in the Greek Catholic calendar, is the name, it's the patron of that, the patron of that day is the saint with the name that we have. So, for example, if your name is Vasilis, that's you're going to celebrate your name day on the day of the Saint Vasilis. And of course, this is another reason to throw a party. And this is really cool because this way you have your friends and family coming and you can celebrate if you want to, and you can have a small party or a big party depending how you feel. In some places people really throw big parties for the name days, and I think this is quite cool. We do so in Poland. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just adding a bit of black gesso on the eyes of my deer. So it's going to have eyes. Feels better. It can see now. Now I can use the same black to add some extra shadows in some places. You remember that I was not too careful when I was adding the brown wax, because I wanted the shadows to be there, but now we can make them a little bit deeper. Again, with a small brush, we can do that, and if it's too much, you can remove it. Yeah. Oh, you're making a tentacles for the bubble. Oh my god, that sounds cool. I have to see that later. Don't forget to post, okay? So we can also enjoy your art, because I'm just so inspired every time when people post something unusual, because I love unusual projects. A little bit darker butt crack, and then a little bit darker shades here. And inside of the ears. And I'm going to use liquid acrylics to add some rust on the top of the mechanical parts. Let's just dry the body of the deer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you know, it's good to have the another excuse to celebrate. That's what I think. So the rusty colors that I really like to use, these are carmine or tiger orange. We're going to experiment with these to see which one is going to work better. I think I need to add a bit of the metallic color on the top of the cogs here as well. So I will go back to the tiny bit of the browns on this metal cog here and on the lotus flowers on the top of the antlers. Now, small brush and let the magic happen. I can barely move here. I have no idea how it is possible, but I always make such a mess on my table. Anna in Orthodox is a very big name day. Anna was the name of the mother Holy Mary. Exactly. It's a very popular name in Poland, so there's a lot of celebrations on that day. And you celebrate on the 9th of December. Wow. Well, we do celebrate on the 26th of July. I always remember because this is, of course, my name's day, but it's also my mom's name's day because she's Hannah. So this is the same variation of the name as well. And we celebrate on the same day together. And then just day before, it's St. Christopher's Day. So my dad's. So we always had a big party, all of us, 3 of us together. Okay, I have to tell you that looks cool. Don't you think? Painting with wax is quick, so later you can spend a little bit more time on the finishing touches if you want to. I absolutely love how these dry on the top of everything. Ah, okay, that's I keep learning stuff from you. Anna of Snow. The winter is coming. Very cool. Hello, Debbie. No, you are not an idiot at all. I told you many times, sometimes the technology does everything to make us miserable and unhappy. So this is not you, this is this technology only. And there are always challenges. Like I remember every time when I set up the live stream, I'm always afraid something will go wrong. So, you know, things happen. I'm glad you were here and we were missing you badly, but now, welcome. You're going to see what we have done so far because we are putting things together now and we are making the reindeer look a little bit more metallic and rusty. No, this is not good color for the face. The pink was better. Ah, shush. Don't do that. I will just fix it later in a moment. Yeah, you have birthday in June and name's day next month. That sounds perfect, yeah? My husband's name's day is on Monday. So in 2 days, he's Andrew. So in Poland, St. Andrew's Day is the last day of November. So we will have a reason to celebrate. I got him a gift and we're going to make some cake and to make it nice. And St. Andrew's Day is also popular in Polish tradition because that was the day of making like I would say looking into the future. You were trying to tell your fortune in a kind of traditional way. So celebrations of different kinds when especially young women wanted to know if they're going to get married next year, if they're going to be lucky, or what is going to happen for them in the coming year. So one of the popular ways of checking so trying to get the information out of the some kind of maybe ghosts or things that are happening behind the curtain is taking a bowl of water and old key, hopefully rusty key, right, and hot wax, so usually just melted candle, and we pour the wax through the hole in the key on the water, and then every person is going to pick it up and try to look at the shape of it to guess what is going to happen for that person in the future. So even to make it easier, they suggest that you should take a light and look at the shadow of this wax shape on the wall to see maybe some hints about the future. And also there was another one, especially for girls. That means the girls that wanted to get married that year, and they were taking the shoes off and they were throwing the shoes behind them on the floor, and then the shoes they were organized that way that they were making a line of the shoes, and the shoes that was the last one and touching to the door, because the line was going towards the door, that was the one that is going to get married next year. So there are many ways to know who is going to be your future husband, or for example, what is going to be your future in the coming year. And it was usually a very fun celebration, and that kind of family and friends gathering. So I'm going to put that in the back of my deer now. Please forgive me. It is okay. I already made the hole here before similar way, so that should be fine. I just want to prepare the space for this cog. Yeah, cool and fun, and in a way this is keeping in touch with our pagan traditions as well. So I think it's really worth it to try to play like that. We did it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at that. We have this cool cog on the top now. It's even moving if you want. Yep. This one I have to glue again. And I can add a tiny bit of rust as well. And then we can put it all together. Oh, see, Vasily, we can learn so much just talking about our traditions. Yeah, that's true. I've got now the bottom of the dome. I can check If this is done, I will put the reindeer on the side, and then we can add a bit of the rusty touches to this one as well. Not too much, of course, because we want to keep it mostly clean. That's why I first add the paint, and later I'm going to add the snow. So we will be able to cover the rust with the snow. I think that's kind of logical. Of course, a bit of rust on the snow is okay. Yes, St. Andrew is the patron of Scotland. He died on the cross, but this was different shape of the cross. It was more like an X letter instead of the cross that we know that Jesus died on. Yes, and I agree with you, Carmen. This is one of the things I really loved myself when I was traveling. I could talk to people and learn about their life, about their traditions, and this way I learned so much. And I would not be the same person if I was not traveling. I just learned about history, about ways of living, about traditions, about what is important for people. And in a way, I learned that there are many ways we can have our life organized, but we still have very similar core values which are important for us. So I believe there's always some kind of common ground for us to find the ways to understand each other. And I know some people think like, you can't understand people from different culture. You can. You just have to be open-minded and try to understand their own point of view, not just yours. So let's have a look at the current situation. We are just missing the snow and a bit of glitter. I'm trying to show you the landscape we created. We have these mysterious bulbs and machine parts, so it looks like maybe it's from some secret factory. And then we've got these machine parts and a big wheel, really cool. And then we have again some machine parts here. And then the bobbin that looks like, you know, there's cable on it. And then this magical flower. So to finish that up, now it's good moment to add the extra touches of the snow. And I'm going to be careful, especially on the flower, because this flower is making my snow dirty. It's fine. And now I'll take the smaller brush to put it more directly in the selected parts. So especially where something is missing, I will add this here on the edge. Okay, I'm just checking if you can see what I'm doing. but I hope yes. Then I want to cover that part so it looks like it is really under the snow. You know, perfection is not important here. It's more to create the impression that looks more or less natural. Yeah, exactly, Lori. That's what I think. It looks like it is some kind of crazy machinery from Santa's workshop. And maybe this deer is like some kind of special Santa deer that has like extra powers, extra deer power, not the horsepower, deer power, because it is like a machine. I told you it's going to be Steampunk Winter Wonderland. So we are going for the Steampunk Winter Wonderland, I think. Okay, so now to add extra touches, we can look for the glitter. I have 2 colors of the white glitter, and I'm going to use that, I think. And just to give you an idea what you can do, I'm going to use liquid color fluid medium, which I already mixed with the water. It's like fixative. So now I can spray it everywhere, and then the glitter is going to stick. So I'm going to spray it, of course, if it's going to be working. Please do work. Oh, not today, right? No worries. I didn't clean it for a long, long time. I think the nozzle is clogged. Imagination is the limit. Patience is the key. Where is my spray bottle? Spray bottle. Okay, got it. So let's add a bit of the magical glitter. Probably can't see how shiny it is now, but believe me, it is. Okay, tapping off the excess. And now spraying again for the fixing. Yeah, it's much better if you clean every time you use, because this way you're going to avoid problems like I do have now. I'm really tempted to a tiny bit of this glitter on the deer as well, especially on the antlers. So he's going to be a tiny bit more handsome. And now, final drying, and we'll try to look at it in the right angle. I'm not gluing the reindeer yet. I'm not sure if I have to. I also have some special stuff if I would like to add some lights into it. We can try if we can add the lights. These are on the wire. So it is probably possible to arrange them under the reindeer somehow. I just have to see. And I have to hide it somewhere behind the tree, of course, or behind the dome. Yeah, that may work. Okay, so I will try to take photos with the lights tomorrow, but now let's look at the dome and see if we need to add any kind of final touches. This is the top. But now I have to switch you to the other angle. Ready? So this is our landscape, Winter Wonderland landscape, and we are going to put our reindeer inside of it to see how it fits and everything, how it is going to go. There is glitter, and in this light you probably can't see too much of it, but I sprinkled 2 shades of glitter. There is like iridescent green and iridescent purple with white. So this way it is going to work really nicely. Okay, now we put our boy here. So this way we have the steampunk reindeer inside of the composition. Not bad. Even looking in the camera, I quite like it. And let's put the dome on the top. This is the scary part. Remember that the dome has the snow on the top as well. So now probably I will do a little bit of the rust on the top as well. So let's do the assembly. Okay. That is all together, right? So this way we have everything under this cloche, the dome. And then on the top there is this handle, which is nice as well. It's adding a little bit more of the steampunk feeling to it. And I will try to move so you can see everything properly. I'm quite happy because when I was buying this plastic reindeer, I was checking the size and I was hoping it's going to be accurate, like match, you know, the size. It will be true to the size. But sometimes when you buy things from China, it is not always going to be like this, but this is just perfect. So, of course, you don't have to do it in a dome, right? It is an option, but they are fun and they are easier and easier to buy, and you can buy acrylic ones and you can buy glass ones. This is really IKEA. So in many countries, IKEA has a very similar range of the products, and they have domes that you can buy in at least 2 sizes. And if not, you can find that kind of solution with the acrylic, which may be probably cheaper and not so easy to break as well. So maybe for shipping, if you do it as a gift, you can think about acrylic dome. And then just to show you more of the ideas, because I was trying to find a deer But in the meantime, when I was buying the plastic deer, I also found other ones. I also found smaller ones. So if you want to make smaller landscape, these are for kids, right? They're families of deers. So there's mommy, daddy, and the baby. So these ones you can easily arrange in a group together with the some cool elements, maybe a little cute house as well. And they are painted already, but you can make them better. So again, for few euro, I got set of 2 deer families, right? So these ones are going to be another option. Of course, probably it will be harder to add something on the top of the smaller figurine, because if you compare our deer with this one, this is half of the size, but still there are options. You can repaint it with the wax easily, and you can add maybe 1 or 2 elements to it, or just add some glitter, and they're going to look much more magical. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these guys yet, but I think I started quite nicely, and maybe I will do more of the deer families. And again, this is the dome. Just to compare from here to here, that was very quick transformation. And that was simple, and a lot of these elements, they are quite not complicated. So we used the wings, we used the mechanical parts, and basically just gesso and the wax, and then you don't really have to add the rusty touches. It's up to you. Of course, you can imagine you can make white deer with the lovely pink nose and a lot of glitter on it and some stars, so it's going to be like the albino reindeer, really magical. The imagination is the limit again, but it is not really about how many techniques you're going to put on the project like that. It's more about the result, and some of the results are really easy to get. This landscape was simple, and I think if I will count the cost, it will be €2 for the deer, 1 or 2 euro for the Christmas trees, because I have a lot of these. So, and then the dome would be €6. So it's probably €10 worth of the elements plus findings and then art mediums. And that would be including the dome. And that would be really nice decoration, or something that you can give to your friends or family as a gift. And that is maybe reflecting my style a little bit better than the traditional Christmas decorations. So I'm surely going to display it this year somewhere. And I think I need to try to do more. I have 3 more of these reindeers now. If you want, I can drop a link for you if you feel this is something that's going to help. It's still plenty of time before Christmas, but also for the winter projects, the deers like that will be really cool. But also for the summer, because deer, imagine the deer in the summer. We have the steampunked winter deer, and we can do also the one for the summertime with different kind of trees and flowers, and you know, why not? So that was an option. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I can, because I was really shopping on Amazon UK, because that is the closest to me. I'm sure they have similar things in United States as well. I can drop you the links in the group, so you can see exactly what I bought, and that is going to be an option, but there are many options. These guys, they were packed together, and I think they were delivered in like 3-4 days. The same for the white ones, they were all packed together. Yeah, Reindeer Factory. So have you got any questions about these mediums? So our most important art medium today, it was the snowflake paste. We used a lot of the snowflake paste for creating the effect of the snow. And that is going to be something that after drying, it's going to have this warm white color. And I added extra glitter, but it's, you know, an option. Second important medium, that was heavy body gel to secure all the elements on the top of the dome and to add the embellishments to the reindeer. And of course, gesso. Gesso was clear gesso on the dome and black gesso on the reindeer, a little bit of white gesso for the snow base and for the Christmas trees, and then glitter. Waxes were for the color and a bit of acrylic paints. So it was not too, so I would say not too sophisticated alteration, but I think it is worth it because the result is really beautiful. And then we have this quite regal looking deer in the middle of the forest, steampunk forest. And that is cool. I will try to see how it works with the lights. I will try to make like these metal wire lights to see how this is going to go. And if it's successful, I'm going to show you the photos. Oh, you found the family deer on Amazon. Yeah. They are, and this is kind of like rubber or plastic. It's, you know, we had these toys as we were kids. I think this is basically for kids. So that works really well. And these were like, they're just really cheap. But even just glittering this is going to make a huge difference. I really enjoyed that. I was hoping it's going to be fun. I had to experiment with the Christmas trees to see what is the easy way to change the color from this turquoise green into more natural green. And I really took the shortcut with painting of the reindeer. I didn't spend so much time as I did on the horse before, but it's efficient. Like, this painting is simply efficient way of transforming this animal into something better. So yeah. I had fun, and really, and it is it's really tempting to do more. I have more of the domes, so maybe I will do albino. You never know. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that is going to be inspiring to play and to show you that this doesn't have to be really very traditional to be a Christmas project. This would be acceptable Christmas for me. And my Christmas tree is always a little bit unusual as well. I put a lot of flowers on my Christmas tree because I have beautiful pink roses, and I do that as well for the special effect. And my Christmas house is always a bit rusty, so that's what it is. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of the evening or the day, and I will let it dry, and I will try to take photos in the next 1 or 2 days, so you will see the details. And in the group, I will drop you the links from my Amazon shopping, so you can find exactly the same ones if you want to. Okay? Thank you so much. Well, it's my pleasure, as always. I want you to be happy and have this a bit of a relaxing time, so you can watch me create, you can do something at the same time. Bye!